Hi everybody, Kent from Oz here with another Filofax tip. Now today I want to talk very briefly about just the pens that I use for my Filofax. Now I've mentioned this earlier in previous videos that I have this pen holder which I sort of use sometimes, and when the diary gets a little bit bulky I do tend to take it off, have it in my briefcase. It's still with me wherever I go. This is a great idea because it's not one of those large plastic pouches that seem to get too full and I keep throwing things in and it just gets so thick. So I end up with just a range of 5 pens in this elastic holder here, and then it also has a small little pocket at the back which I put receipts and other important documents, and of course it's got an area here where you can put it into your ring binders. I'm going to talk briefly about just the pens that I use. Very important. You do have a relationship with your Filofax and you need to have the right equipment. It does take me a while to find the best things that suit me, but I do find that these array of pens and pencils which I have at the moment are the ones that work best for me. Now the first thing I will mention, which I've also said in previous videos, is I try to get pens that have the clip that permanently attached to it, only because I have tended to lose pens, or the cap comes off, or it makes the pen a bit unstable in the Filofax. So usually I only use black. Now you can use blue pen or any color pen, I guess, whatever suits you. Black works for me. I definitely do use a clutch pencil or a mechanical pencil with an eraser. Good quality works well, but this one was a 10-cent one at a very cheap store, and it seems to work fine for me, and also I have quite a few replacements just in case it gets lost. The red pen I use for work, and I find that this one is a Pilot pen, and I tend to shy away from the ones that have a lot of the ink comes out and it will bleed through, but I tend to find I also need, for red pen work, one that is very, very bright, and so this one seems to work the best, and as long as I don't push too hard on the paper, it works fairly well. The highlighter, I have a real love-hate relationship with highlighters, and I find the blue highlighter works the best, and I was using quite the large ones. In fact, I'll just show you the one I used to use, and we probably have things, you have these at home about this size. I found this just way too big for me, and then I found again at a novelty store a whole range of smaller highlighters, and this one has the pen tip at that end and also the flat highlighter tip on this side, and I've had this for many years and it works really well, and it keeps it's the same size as a normal pen or a fairly large pen, and it just works for me. Now the pen that I use on my daily basis is this one, and I think again this is a Papermate, and it's sort of a gel tip pen, but it's not as inky, and I find that works. And also what works for me is the click on click off. It just helps it to not dry out as much. So that's the pens that I use. I do find, and between you and me, when the pen I love using runs out, I tend to have a bit of a mourning period. I miss it and I'm not happy to use a substitute until I can get a new one, but that's me. So there's a few little tips about pens and give you a little insight on the things that I use with my Filofax. So thanks for watching my video, and stay tuned for more Filofax tips.